I'm Mark Lowry, this is your Tactical Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about the unfortunate situation of going down a man to a red card. This happened a few times, it will happen to everybody as a coach. How you operate and adjust in those moments after will be critical to how the rest of the game is going to play out. For example, if you're set up in a 3-5-2 with 3 defenders here, or a 5 if you want to call it a 5, and you lose a defender to a red card, so we'll take this guy out. How you adjust now is going to be critical to the rest of the game. You may decide to go to a 4 at the back and keep the rest of the team the same. If that's possible, if you have the right profile of players in these positions, then my recommendation would be to keep it like that. However, if you don't feel like these 4 can defend a 4 for whatever reason, they might not have the correct profile to be an out left back, or some defenders can't defend a 2, they have to defend a 3. If you don't feel like you have the players on the field to do that, and you want to keep your structure of 3 back here, then which one of these players do you sacrifice? When you look at those things, you probably have to look at experience you have on the field in these moments. If these 2 players are very experienced and understand these situations well, you may want to keep those on the field. If you have a younger player up here, generally he might be the one that's sacrificed. For example, if this player is young and hasn't had that many minutes, putting him in a situation where it's 10v11 could be very difficult for him. So you may choose to take him out and bring in a defender from your bench, and it starts to look more like this, what we'd call a 5-3-1 situation, where you keep solid foundation back here, you keep experience on the field, and you sacrifice an attacking player for the rest of the game, hoping that you can be strong defensively and maybe later on in the game go nick a goal yourself. If you're in a back 4 and one of your defenders gets an unfortunate red card and has to come out, we take him out. Now your question is, who can fill this void? Do you have to go to your bench, or can you find solutions on the field? Now, maybe you have a fullback that's played central defence before. Can he do this job? And then can somebody fill in the fullback role to balance it out? Maybe one of your midfielders has been a defender before, or has the profile, the size, and the intelligence to play back here. Maybe he can fill that out, and you stay with 1 here, or you bring 2 in, drop somebody back next to him. My ideal preference is to use what you have on the field initially to try and find a solution before going to your bench. That would be my advice, to stay calm in that moment, assess what you have on the field, and let the game settle down again before you rush and burn a sub and sacrifice a player. The time of the game may influence that as well. If you get a red card in, let's say, the 40th minute, and there's 5 minutes left, I would recommend finding a solution for the next 5 minutes with what you have on the field to get to half time, and then you have the whole of the 15 minutes of half time then to think about it, to assess situations, to make a more educated decision. So my advice in those moments as a coach, when you go down to 10 minutes, take a moment to breathe, have a look at what you have on the field, have a look at what you have on the side next to you, let your subs go warm up, and take that moment to let the game settle, let it kind of play out, and then make a more informed, educated decision on who you need to sacrifice, do you need to change anything, who needs to change position, so you can then comfortably play with 10 men.